Concise. Hi Libra, welcome back, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here with me. Today we are going to do a general reading with our tarot, and then we're going to get some oracle cards at the end, specifically a tea leaf oracle card, a Lenormand deck, and then we're going to do Seasons of the Witch Mabon deck at the end. So before we jump in, let's use our singing bowl to clear any lingering energy that does not belong here, that does not belong to the Libra collective specifically, so we can get the most clear, most concise, most accurate message for you guys right now. If you would like to use this time to call on any specific guides, deities, archangels, any beings of light that you would like to be present for this reading, please feel free to do so now. The more, the merrier. All right, let's get into it. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. I really hope this mic is as noise canceling as it claims to be. I'll have to watch this back to see if it is, as much as I hate to do that. All right, Spirit, what do we have for Libra for August? Leo season is in full swing, full effect, going right into Virgo and then Libra. Like, the seasons are absolutely changing wildly. Like, I don't know, it's very, yes, quick, fast. You right now are also very quick moving, very focused, in a passionate, fiery, feminine, I want to say, way, because this is the Queen. Tarot is genderless, but it does have energy attached to it. This is feminine energy that I'm getting. You're very attractive at this time, and this is also very big Leo energy, right? Being the wands. So this could literally just be you feeling the effects of Leo season, wanting to change your outward appearance, exterior, get your hair done, get your nails done, get waxed, manicured, pedicured, all of the cures. Okay, there are a lot of people showing up in your reading. As far as like, sorry, I'm just checking to make sure you can see everything. I'm not entirely sure still. Okay, I think so. It might look a little like sideways or something, which is annoying, but it is what it is, as they say. What's crossing in at this time in the Tower? There's a shakeup that is very necessary. It's been needing to happen for quite some time, and it's something that Spirit has been kind of nudging you towards, like giving you hints about, hoping that you will like receive them and change something before it gets to this point. Because this is, sorry, I'm also not quite sure still where to. This is a newer setup for me. Still getting used to it. This is a very unexpected crumbling of something that was very unstable. So if it fell, it was meant to have probably not have been built in the first place, if we're being honest. But for whatever reason, you needed to see this through. So you built an entire tower on top of this really unstable foundation. And Spirit has been kind of nudging you like, hey, we need to go a different direction. We need to focus on something else. We need to put our energy into something else, or this is going to happen. And you don't want to. You're comfortable, I'm getting. You don't want the change that you know that it's going to bring. Very interesting energies around you right now. It's kind of overwhelming. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of air and wands and people. I just feel like there's a lot of opinions and a lot of other people's thoughts kind of infiltrating or getting to you, being put into your head as well. It could be very, very beneficial for you to take some time to shut those things out. Maybe get off the internet if that's something that you've kind of fallen into. Maybe you've gone down some sort of rabbit hole, some sort of, okay, I'm going to take these because that's how they came out. The bottom of the deck is promising though, so I like that. Ace of Cups. There is love on the horizon, whether that is self-love, whether that is love from another person, but it is abundant, it is overflowing, it is radiant, and it's very much my cup runneth over. Happiness. That is absolute confirmation. What I was just talking about. You do have quite a bit of not great energies to work through to get to this point, but that is not something that is new for you. That is not something that you are scared of or even worries you a little bit. I'm getting this tower moment that is crossing you right now. At this point, I feel like there have been quite a few over the course of a recent cycle. I would say like 10 to 13 years specifically. That is closing out. So that's the good news. In your recent past, you have a lot of having to defend yourself, your choices, your actions, your decisions specifically. This could be to a partner, this could be to any sort of family member, sibling, maybe even just like everyone in your life, I'm getting. Maybe you've just had a lot of opposition to your decisions is what I'm getting. People voicing their opinions. I'm getting lots of outside opinions, and it feels like you're spending too much time on the internet reading the comments and getting caught up in them and the criticism that comes with it. And then I feel like you feel the need to defend yourself and kind of go on defense. So you're kind of always on defense, or you were, because this is energy that you're coming out of. This is past energy. So it's not something that you're necessarily currently doing, but it feels like it's not only in the past, but it's kind of a reoccurring thing I'm getting. Moving into the future, this is not a lovely energy. It's not like a warm and fuzzy. It's very much left out in the cold, feeling like someone close to you has a lot of something that you need and they're not willing, don't want to, aren't going to. I don't know, but it feels like you don't feel like you're getting your fair share of something. This could be an inheritance. Maybe you had a parent pass recently, someone in your family. Doesn't have to be a parent. You could have gotten an inheritance, an awarding, a winning, something of that nature, but you don't feel like you got your fair share. This is also a card that brings up and evokes feelings of illness. Again, feeling left out, needing people to be there for you and they're not. Specifically, going hand in hand with illness. These people are not well. It's freezing, it's snowing, they don't look to be able-bodied, right? They could use a hand, and they see all of these people, all of these things on the other side of this wall. Whoops. I mean, I don't hate it. The more energy we put into something, the more thought we put into something, the more likely we are to manifest the something, right? And this is not meant to be a prediction. It is not meant to be like a psychic reading. I don't claim to be a psychic. I read energies and interpret them and deliver messages from spirit, essentially. I'm a conduit, a messenger, if you will. Sorry. Oh my goodness. going off the rails. Where is... There it is. The next deck. Okay. In your mind space right now, this is very much you. I feel like I'm reading for a feminine collective. In your mind space, you're thinking a lot about maybe how you talk to people, how you communicate, how you deliver the messages that you're trying to get across. This queen is very sharp with her words. She can be very cutting. She can say things that are really hurtful, whether she means them to be or not. She could just, well, I'm just being honest, but the honesty is likely quite hurtful to the people around her. If we're being honest, right? Like, if we're being honest here, it's hurtful. Maybe you're reflecting on that. Maybe that has been pointed out to you recently, that the way you deliver messages, the way that you speak to people, the way that you talk to people in general, I feel like needs some tweaking, if you will. Maybe that's why you're experiencing this Five of Pentacles. Maybe people in your life have walked away because the communication has felt a little abrasive, a little whatever for too long. So you could be losing relationships because of it, and it's making you literally feel like you're left out in the cold. Okay, moving on. Your subconscious just wants to play and have fun and wants to heal the parts of you that are so deeply wounded from, like, before you were even born. I'm getting like trauma that your mother carried, trauma that your father carried that has been passed down, grandparents, great grandparents. You have the power to start the process of healing that, and I was gonna say eliminating, that's not the right word. Ending or breaking the chain will be another way to say that. If there is deep generational trauma, the way that you start healing that is to respond to your inner child, give them what they need. Think back on like your worst memories as a child and who you needed in that moment, and be that not only for yourself now, but the people around you. If you have children, put that into them. Yes. Okay. Advice from Spirit. Leo energy. Leo is all over this because, again, we are in the middle of Leo season. Tap into that. Tap into the inner strength that comes with it, the inner power, and knowing like you are a lion, a lioness, the king, queen of the jungle, right? If you need to remind yourself, do that. You have the strength, an infinite well of strength within you to change the way that your life is going if you don't really like it right now, right? You have that power within you to rewrite the story, to change your story, to course correct. It's not too late. The energies around you also really suck because this is very like self-destructive, falling into bad, like old bad habits, again, self-destructive ones, spending money that you don't have. And this is not you, this is energy around you. So it could be really hard for you to kind of pull yourself out of something if this is what is being reflected back to you in your external world. You have 2 5s here as well. I would like to point out, if you've been seeing 5 a lot, there is significant change coming your way. That was indicated here with the Tower. Significant, abrupt, maybe a little bit uncomfortable, but necessary change is coming. Your hopes and fears. You got the 2 of Swords in reverse, and I left it in reverse. I typically don't take them, but they came out very specifically And I keep this deck, all my decks actually, upright for a reason. So it came out that way. We're going to leave it. In the hopes and fears, I feel like you're terrified of making a bad decision and being so paralyzed that you don't make any decision. And so you just kind of like sit. Because if you can't pick which way to go, how are you going to go anywhere? You have to make a decision, left or right. Which is it? You're just going to stand at the crossroads and just not fucking decide because you don't want to? That's not really how it works. Progress is not made in that fashion. And I feel like that's your fear. Like analysis paralysis is what I'm getting. You're over analyzing so many things and going over so many different scenarios in your head that you're giving yourself analysis paralysis and you can't make a decision. That state, I feel like, terrifies you. It's yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Okay. The outcome for you, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. With this being in reverse, it tells me that I'm so sorry if you guys can hear that. It tells me that progress is going to begin soon. This Knight in particular in the deck is the only one that is not moving. He has not started his process at all. He has all this land back here, so that's good. But he has not planted anything in them, so he can't reap the rewards. He can't build anything outside of an empty field until he plants whatever and grows it and monetizes it, right? That's why he's still a knight. He's not a king yet. But he is in reverse here, for one. So that's a good sign. And two, he has the most important thing. He has the land, he has the crops and the ability, an able body, a working horse, the resources with this pentacle here. He has the things that he needs to multiply his money. So that in and of itself is a good thing. And progress, I know, is coming. We got the happiness card out. So despite all of this, I feel like August might be a little bit heavy. It might be it might be a little bit lonely, a little bit arduous. But you will get through it. You will be okay. There will be happiness and there will be songbirds. I don't know, that was very specific and random. On the other side, the two cards that we got out together from the Seasons of the Witch Oracle are Wool and Reaper. So I'm going to read about both of those from the book because when it comes to oracle cards, specifically ones with guidebooks, I feel like it's very important to read from them because the creators and authors and artists, everyone involved, put a lot of time, effort, and energy into those messages, and I feel like they should be shared. Did we do a Lenormand? We did not. What? Okay, let's do our Lenormand card really quick, and then we will read about our August with the Reaper and Wool. Interesting. You could also start prepping for winter now, I'm getting. I know, again, it's only August. We're only in Leo season, but the seasons are going to change quicker than we think. They always come quicker than we think, right? So yeah, that was just like a little additional PS from Spirit. Oh dear. I don't think we're gonna take all of those. but some significant ones that I see. Birds. Birds mean gossip. Chisme. I won't ever say that again, I promise. I don't know why I did that. All right, just one card, please, Spirit. We don't need all the extra. Just one. I really want to read about these cards. There we go. Thank you. This Reaper card is okay. Sorry, is that too close? It's quite dark in here. The sun is setting, but I like the natural light. Scythe is what we got. Card number 10. This is the deck, by the way. I have all of their decks that they have so far. They've got, I think, 3 or 4. Yeah, 4. This is the newest one. I love it. All right. Card number 32. Let's start there. Reaper. Endings. Sudden change. Okay. Unhealthy attachments. Codependency. I'm getting strongly. And it is right on top of this tower. Okay. So that's what is coming to an end. It's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be not much fun, but it's for the best. Your higher self chose this card because sometimes life is cruel and doesn't give you time to prepare for the end of something meaningful. Even if you saw the signs and knew it was coming, it can still feel like an unexpected shock when you reach the end of a road. Perhaps your desire to hold on too tightly to what was leaving you anyway is why Reaper has made its way to you. It's doing the heavy lifting. Also, this tower, they're doing it together right now because this is like doubling down on this tower energy. It's doing the heavy lifting because the universe knows this wasn't a choice you might have made yourself. It's literally what I was talking about earlier. You could still be stuck in a situation that brings you harm had Reaper not stepped in on your behalf. It may not seem like it, but this card appearing in your spread represents the beginning of a much better life. You might pray for something, set your intentions, and do your spells, hoping a magnificent dream will drop in your lap. But big dreams require big changes. You must become the person who can achieve the goals you want. This kind of growth will require you to rid your life of anything that has held you back. And while the circumstances may be unpleasant, the results will bring you one step closer to the goals that are patiently waiting for you to evolve, so you have everything you need to ensure success. Sorry. If you find yourself facing the end of a relationship or a situation, know that this is an unhealthy attachment that does not support the person you are becoming. If you have received this card about the future or an outcome, it's confirmation that your time in this situation is coming to an end. If you have pulled this card along with Haunted House, we did not, so we're not going to read that. Okay, so that's just confirmation, doubling down. The universe said what the fuck it said. It was time for whatever this is that you're losing right now, whatever it is that's leaving your life, to exit. Oh, look at this. This is what is coming for you after all of this fuckery is over with. Keywords for wool: security, safety, cozy corner, sacred space, comfort, feeling at home. Is there anything better than that? Is there anything better than that? Your higher self chose this card because you need to be reminded that self-care comes in many forms. Sometimes getting dressed in the morning is what you need to feel motivated, renewed, and powerful, while other times it's standing your ground and saying no, which I feel like is something that Libras should always remember. You saying no is okay. It's a complete answer. You can say no to people who ask you for help. Strangers, family, friends, loved ones, you can say no. It's okay. It's okay. When wool comes into your reading, it's to guide you to find self-care in the small moments of life. That can mean snuggling up in your favorite blanket or finding a quiet corner to dig into a beloved book for the 15th time. It could mean buying a little cabin in the woods, somewhere off the beaten path. Wow, what a dream. Or heading home for a few days so your parents can hold you and tell you it'll be all right. There are some places that just feel like home, and some things, such as a security blanket, that make you feel safe. Receiving this card is your sign that what you need now more than anything else is a feeling of something familiar. Wait before starting something new or making any decisions. Instead, seek out some time to reconnect with what once gave you a feeling of peace and ease. And I would also say joy and playfulness, like you were when a child. Wow. Like you were when you were a child. That inner child feeling is what you should lean into right now. Feeling safe allows you to evaluate your situation from a secure place rather than one of fear or anxiety. You'll be able to see your circumstances from the outside rather than standing right in the middle. Okay. Very good. Oh, shit. There's one more. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Yes. Scythe, I think is how you say that. I'm not 10,000% sure. I will say though, when I was shuffling this deck and that whole thing like splayed out like that, a card fell right here and it was whip, but in my head, this is what word I said. Scythe, I think is how you say it. Um, but it was actually the whip, because when this card came out, I was like, oh shit, that's not the card, but it was whip. Anyways, so just saying. Keywords here: cutting, swift repercussions, accidents, danger, removal. Removal, removal. Just if a car breaks down and it feels like it's the end of the world, I promise you it is not. There is better coming in for you, okay? Take a deep breath and count to 4. In the tale of the husband who was to mind the house. The fuck is that? I've never heard of it. A husband. What is that word? Oh, this was a mistake. Reading is not my strong suit. I don't know. I honestly don't know what that word means or how to say it. Haran use his wife. He tells her he can do what she does, but she can't do his job. You're right. So the wife goes out to work in the fields, leaving her husband behind to be the housewife. She accomplished her tasks. Her husband has a series of accidents and disasters that include a cow hanging. What the fuck? A cow hanging from a rope? Absolutely not. The wife has to act swiftly, of course she does, to correct all of his mistakes, of course. But the mishaps have already occurred and can only be remedied. There is no way to rectify the damage done, so pay attention to the imminent danger the scythe points towards. Oy. Don't indulge in any outside self-destructive behavior. Like if someone wants you to go partying with them, drinking, doing drugs, driving 10,000 miles an hour, just doing reckless, self-destructive shit, don't indulge them. Don't engage. Disengage. Just shut it down. Okay? Okay. Pay attention to nearby cars to determine how to best deal with your misfortunes. heading your way. The husband learned his lesson the hard way. You can alleviate the problem simply by staying alert to what lies in front of the scythe. So this fuckery and get off it, get out of here. This is what we're moving towards. Sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Sorry, card. Anyways. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. What a wild ride. I hope you guys are okay. I'm going to check in probably mid-August because this was a lot. So I love you all so very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.